Hello Libra, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your very last bonus reading of 2019. Thank you guys so much for being here and for tuning in. This is a general bonus reading as always. It's not going to resonate with every single person tuning in. Please do take from this reading what makes sense for you, your life, your situation, your relationship, and release the rest. If you are interested in having your own personal private reading, Libra, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I use during any given reading. What I have in front of me are 3 card decks that I have chosen for this bonus reading. The first is the Illumination deck created by the Lightworker Tarot and Oracle. And then we've got the Barbieri Zodiac deck that I'll be grabbing a couple messages from as well. It's going to give you a couple of signs and or elements that you might be dealing with at this time, or these are connections as well that you might be making in the new year. So that's something to keep in mind. And then we'll grab an additional focus message from the Moonology card deck. All right, let's get going, Libra, and let's take a look and see where this reading is going to take you. So let's start off with the Illumination deck and see what needs to come through here. So angels and spirit guides for Libra for this bonus reading, please bring forward whatever messages need to come through this time. All right, here we go. Let's grab this one. Look at that. That's a beautiful card. Gratefulness. So it's a reminder for you, Libra, especially since we're coming to the end of this year. It's so important to be grateful for the things that we do have. And it's great to be striving for things that we want, but it's so important to really show gratitude and be grateful for what we're already blessed with. So that's a beautiful card. Look at that. Feeling trapped. Okay, so some of you guys are coming through with that energy, or this is something that you're dealing with in a situation, whether that is in regard to a love connection, a different type of relationship that is of concern to you. For some of you guys, it might even be in regard to your career, your job. If you're feeling trapped in a situation, it's picking up off of that. So let's see how the rest of this reading unfolds for you, Libra. All right, let's go ahead and add to this with some signs and or elements that you might be dealing with right now, as well as connections that you could certainly make moving towards 2020. Let's take a look at that. So angels and spirit guides for Libra, please bring it forward for Libra at this time. This could also be for cross watchers as well as anybody who's been guided to tune in and watch. We've got Sagittarius. So Sagittarius might be the person, of course, that you're thinking about for this reading, Libra, or this is a connection that you might be making either the second half of this month or moving towards the new year. We also have Pisces coming forward. So those are 2 signs to keep a lookout for, Libra. It might already be of significance to some of you, but if not, then those are signs that might certainly make an impact for your life moving towards 2020. So something to keep in mind there. All right, so let's add to this with one additional focus message from the Moonology card deck for you, Libra. And let's take a look and see what else we can add to this. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra for this bonus reading, which is timeless. So whenever you are guided to tune in and watch, I'm guided to this one. Okay, it does say your dreams need a practical plan at this time, Libra. And this is tapping into the full moon in Taurus. So that's another sign to keep in mind for this reading, as well as connections that you're either already dealing with or might make in the new year. All right, guys, so let's get started with some Mystic Moon oracles. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. Please bring forward whatever messages need to come through at this time. Hopefully it'll give us added clarity and tell us what it is that you are feeling trapped about. And for some of you, it could certainly be a Sagittarius or a Pisces or even a Taurus that is making you feel this way. in a relationship, in a connection, some aspect of your life where you are feeling trapped somehow. Okay, let's take a look and see. Angels and spirit guides for Libra. Solitude, this to me is very similar to the Hermit card in traditional tarot, so that is picking up off of Virgo energy. Inner wisdom, somebody who is withdrawing from a situation. Somebody who could be a loner, somebody who is lonely, somebody who is just wanting peace and quiet right now to be able to figure things out in their life. And if you're resonating with that, Libra, if you are a bit of a hermit right now because you're feeling trapped in a situation, perhaps you're trying to figure out a plan on how to break free from something or someone. You know, this is somebody who is just going within and trying to figure out a different plan, trying to figure out the answers to whatever issues they're going through. This could certainly be you. This could also be the person that you are thinking about for this reading. But they're just trying to search for answers to life's problems right now. Reflecting, reevaluating, meditating on what can change, what can be done to create a different plan. And again, if this is for you, Libra, if you're resonating with that, especially if you're divine feminine, I do typically tap into divine feminine energy from that, but it is just energy, so it can be for, of course, female as well as male viewers, whoever this is coming through for. People from your past have the capability of coming back when the Hermit presents itself, bridging those estrangements. People that you are in separation from have the potential to come back to you. So that's something to keep in mind. You got to follow your heart, Libra, not what everybody else is telling you. Inner child coming through here whenever that card comes forward. From both of these cards, I do pick up off of divine feminine energy. So if you happen to be divine feminine tuning in, this might certainly be representing your situation. Inner child is somebody who may have had a rough childhood, may have had something traumatic happen when you were younger, and it's still affecting who you are as an adult. That needs healing, that needs to be addressed. And for some of my divine feminines, because look at the energies here, it's like time has passed, time has progressed, but maybe you're still holding on to some old wounds from your childhood or from your upbringing, and you're holding it in, possibly. You just want to be left alone when it comes to that. We do have the commitment card coming forward next. So something deep-rooted in your upbringing and childhood might have something to do with how you interact in your romantic connections today, especially if you didn't have a good example of what a healthy, solid relationship is growing up. If you came from a broken family, if your parents got divorced when you were younger or were abusive, or however way that's presenting itself. Mirroring falls right after that. So this is my twin flame card, somebody that is your mirror soul. Libra, perhaps you already know that this is a soul connection, somebody that represents your true energetic counterpart in this lifetime. Perhaps it is, of course, this person that you're thinking about for this reading. They could be, since we've got signs represented here, Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus, as well as Virgo. And I've mentioned this many times in my readings, but I'll mention it to those who are not familiar. You can have more than one soulmate in this lifetime. A soulmate could be romantic in nature, of course, but it could be a relative, it could be a best friend. You can have many soulmates in this lifetime, but you can only have one soulmate. And perhaps this person that you're thinking about for this reading, Libra, is somebody that you consider to be your person, your one soulmate in this lifetime. Unawakened is coming through as well. I gravitate towards the interpretation of divine masculine energy from that card. So if we look at these two cards here, I've got a divine feminine or a female figure in that photo, I have a male figure in the other. He's coming through unawakened, and she just wants to be left alone. Part of the reason why perhaps my divine feminine is in solitude is because of this unawakened divine masculine who is unable to manifest commitment at this time. And perhaps my divine feminine is feeling trapped in her thoughts and not knowing how to get out of this because she has love for this divine masculine who's completely unawakened to the type of bond that this could actually turn into, which is represented as a twin flame journey. So this creates this crossroads energy. That's the next card. Kind of that stalemate energy. The inability to move because we've got one person who doesn't realize that the other individual in this situation is wanting movement, is wanting commitment, is wanting a life, to build a life with the other. But if you've got one person who doesn't realize that and is just completely unawakened to what's going on here, then that puts you guys at a crossroads. That stalemate type energy. It's very similar to the Two of Swords, where there's a choice that needs to be made, but you guys can't seem to get onto the same page to make that choice. And so it creates a stalemate energy, which puts you guys at a crossroads. This is a good card, though. This is Metamorphosis, telling us that there are changes that are happening here. Occasionally, I will tap into water energy from this, since we do have water represented in the photo. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces for some of you. We already have Pisces represented from the Barbieri Zodiac deck. It might be beneath the surface right now, especially for my divine feminines. It is falling right below Solitude card, which I do gravitate towards divine feminine energy. Part of this metamorphosis might not be apparent at this time, especially if my divine feminine is just wanting to be left alone, just wanting alone time, peace and quiet, to figure out a plan, to figure out movement, progress, working on oneself. But it does bring forward some positive energies. There are changes that need to happen here, and there are changes that are happening beneath the surface. But it is happening. I am feeling that here. Look at that. Bound. Feeling trapped. Very similar. That bound energy is picking up off of the Devil card in traditional tarot, which is Capricorn. Bondage. Feeling trapped. Restriction. Stagnation. Addictions. Some of you guys might have dealt with somebody who had addictions. Alcoholism, drug abuse, sex addiction, smoking, whatever. Somebody who is a workaholic or a shopaholic, however way that addiction is coming through, however way that is being represented in your life, it's coming through here. But it's very similar. That bound energy is very similar to that feeling trapped vibration, that card right there. It's interesting to note too that it's falling right below inner child. So for some of you, this is something that you have dealt with since you were a young kid. More than likely for my divine feminines. And until that is healed, that's going to keep surfacing. So it needs to be addressed. Because it's very limiting, self-limiting behaviors. And part of the time frame that's represented here is, I feel years and years and years have passed and you're still holding on to the hurt, the pain that you have endured as a part of your childhood possibly, or your upbringing. It's still, truly, it's still affecting some of you guys in your adulthood, I feel. So you got to learn from those experiences, learn from it, and find strength from it. Those lessons might actually be a blessing in disguise, and we started off with gratefulness, and sometimes we don't understand the lessons that we need to learn in something so painful because it hurts. But give it enough time, and it comes through as a lesson that does represent a blessing. And I feel it's so interesting that we have that Metamorphosis card right there, because as I mentioned, these changes, however small and however unapparent it may be right now, it's below the surface. You can't see it right now, but it's happening. In regard to love and romance, the Devil card does represent somebody that still has some deep-rooted feelings and emotions for somebody that they lost, somebody that they loved, but lost, and you guys are in separation. They want to start over, especially if they have healed their addictions, worked on themselves, and they've grown since that all went down in their life. So if this person has done the work on themselves, Libra, perhaps they're ready to come to you. And part of the reason for this metamorphosis just skimming the surface right now is because you guys are in separation, and you might not know that they've actually made more progress in their life. That's a possibility here. We've got a lot of divine feminine representation in this reading. It's falling right below commitment. So I feel my divine feminine is wanting this, is wanting that commitment from the divine masculine. This could also be for same-sex relationships, coming forward as a twin flame connection with that mirroring energy. We've got shadow work here. When somebody is working in the shadows, you can't see it. Going back to the metamorphosis, the changes that are going on beneath the surface, behind the scenes. So in regard to your person, Libra, they might not want you to know what's going on in their life. They're trying to work on themselves, trying to better themselves. For some of you guys, the person that you're thinking of for this reading might be working on their addictions to try to beat that, try to tackle it. All of these things are a part of what's in the shadow for them. And they're trying to get out of that darkness. And because you guys are actually twin flames, you might be picking up vibrationally from what's going on with this person. We've got the Muse card here, which is a beautiful card because this is inspiration, this is creativity, this is giving you the opportunity to create a very different outcome for yourself. If you aren't happy with where life has been going, you can change that. And as I often say with this card, grab that brush and paint a different outcome or a different future for yourself. Paint a pretty picture, something that is in line with what it is that you want to manifest for yourself. But right now, with that crossroads and that stalemate type energy, there's no movement that's going on here. That pause card is telling us there's stagnant energy. There's not a whole lot of movement going on here. There can be, because I don't feel that you guys are going to be at this crossroads forever. And I don't feel, Libra, that you're going to allow yourself to feel trapped, especially moving towards the new year. Things are coming to an end here in 2019. Break away from whatever it is that's causing you to feel trapped or bound, so that there can be movement in your life. Get you away from this crossroads so that you can finally make a decision as to what it is that you want, who it is that you want, where it is that you want to be. For those of you who need an answer, a yes or a no answer, we've got a yes coming through here. Big dreams that you want to manifest. You have the capability of making these big dreams happen, to be able to manifest all this. Break free from whatever it is that's causing you to feel trapped, Libra, because you're not trapped. And if somebody is causing you to feel that way, perhaps they're being very manipulative, making you feel as though you either can't find somebody better or something better, and that you should just stay where you're at and that's where you belong. But if in your heart of hearts, that's not what you're feeling and that's not what you're wanting, grab this paintbrush and paint a different outcome for yourself. But somebody is watching you, Libra, or you're watching them, or you're both keeping tabs on each other. I am feeling here, though, in this particular instance, that it's a divine masculine that is keeping tabs on a divine feminine. That's what I'm picking up here. You guys are not together, going through challenges, but they're still keeping tabs on you. Release toxic connections, release negative baggage, negative energy that is causing you to be in this space, as well as feeling bound to a situation, to a person, to a connection, or even addictions. You have the power within yourself, Libra, to release yourself from that. And if it's your person that's dealing with this stuff, they as well have the capability to break free. But it needs to be purged out of their life or your life. Something needs to be released here. We also have a no answer. So this is what this is telling me. Somebody can't make up their mind. One second it's yes, the next it's no, and that's what's creating this crossroads vibration of being unable to make a decision one way or the other. And perhaps that's why we've got this solitude card, which is, again, very similar to the Hermit, going within, trying to figure things out, reevaluating, trying to come up with a plan that's going to work for you, moving forward in your life. Pay attention to those signs that's trying to grab your attention at this time, Libra. And look at that reinvention. Yes, I do feel some of you guys are working on yourselves. That metamorphosis. Working on yourself. And for those who are dealing with addictions, and that's something that's weighing heavily on you, and perhaps that's what's causing you to feel trapped, feel bound to that, a part of this reinvention and metamorphosis is that you can tackle those things. And whatever it is that's overwhelming you, you can overcome that. Continue to work on those changes in your life, Libra. Set yourself free. Claim your freedom. You don't have to feel trapped in a situation or in a connection with anybody. Okay, so let's add some Twin Flame Journey Tarot to this. This is by Mystic Moon. We do have that mirroring card represented right there. And if your twin flame, Libra, is unable to commit to you right now, I feel it's because they have a lot that they are dealing with at the moment. And there's a lot going on in the shadows with this person, and perhaps there's a lot that they don't want to share with you at this moment. And that's what's keeping you guys at that crossroads, because there's a lot that's in the shadows that you might not even know what's going on with them right now. All right, so let's grab some tarot and let's continue and see what else needs to come forward here for Libra. Angels and spirit guides, please. We have the Nine of Wands. That is fire energy. Trials and tribulations. So I do feel, Libra, that you've been through some rough patches this year. Okay, that Wands energy is fire. So it's Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. We've already got Sagittarius represented from one of the focus cards that came through. But you're very resilient. That's a part of the energy of the Nine of Wands. Resilience and persistence, Libra. And even though you went through some hardships and some rough patches and some hard times, you're still taken. You're still here. This is not going to break you. You're okay. You'll make it through this. Look what's coming for you. The Ten of Cups, contentment, and joy. So in regard to your love life, I do feel that things will improve. Your person might finally be able to commit to you. I feel for some of you guys that may have been an issue. They might have been afraid to commit before, or they could have just been really bad at commitment. But I feel they've grown. That's a part of that metamorphosis. Part of the reinvention that has happened in this person's life. It's now coming forward as the Ten of Cups. Cups is water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And we also have Pisces represented there. That Ten of Cups is beautiful. It's happiness. Happiness with your person, Libra. Putting you guys back in alignment with each other. We have the Page of Pentacles coming through. That's earth energy right there. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We already have the full moon in Taurus represented here. And this does say your dreams need a practical plan. So you definitely have some big dreams that are represented in this reading, Libra. And if your dream just doesn't seem to be happening right now, perhaps you need to readjust your plans and come up with a plan B. That could also be contributing to the crossroads that's preventing you from taking one road as compared to the other. So it could actually be you as well, Libra, that's in this solitude, hermit type card, going within, reevaluating your life, trying to figure things out. But the Page of Pentacles brings forward concrete ideas. And if that's what you need to do to be able to write things down and just make a list of what it is that you want to accomplish, possibly going into the new year, then you're setting yourself up for success. Look at this. We've got the Fool card coming through. That's a new beginning. That is a new beginning for you, Libra, a fresh start. We're heading into the new year. What better way to start than with a new beginning in your life? If there's something that you've been afraid to go after or to break free from, there is that bound and feeling trapped energy. Take a risk and go for it. Because at the end of the day, the only person that you're going to end up hurting is yourself. The Fool card comes forward with the energy that it's somebody who doesn't like restrictions. And if you're feeling trapped and if you're feeling bound, you're definitely restricted. You're chained down. You can't move. Feeling trapped, just like that card says. And the Fool is here to bring you your freedom. You want to be carefree. You're a free spirit. Nobody has the capability to trap you in a situation if you don't allow it. If you've been wanting to travel, travel. And if somebody told you you couldn't, you can. You have your own free will to do with your life whatever it is that you want. Because the Fool brings forward positive life changes in your life. It's putting you onto a more positive, life-changing, life-altering path, Libra. You got to trust in yourself. Trust in the direction that your life is taking you. We also have the Page of Swords coming through. That is air energy. So that's your very own energy, Libra, as well as Aquarius and Gemini. This page is very much in their thoughts, which is very similar to that Solitude card. Somebody who is meditating and reevaluating and reassessing, thinking about what to do rather than doing at this point. So if you're not ready to take action, Libra, that's okay. Write down what it is that you want to do so that when you're ready to take action, you'll know exactly the direction that you need to go. And that's going to get you beyond that crossroads vibration. We've got the Two of Pentacles coming through as well. Balancing act. More earth energy. Again, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And we've got that full moon in Taurus. For some of you, your dreams might actually manifest itself during Taurus season. That's a potential. So April, May-ish, around that time frame. But there's definitely a need for balance here. This is a balancing act. The need to be juggling things at this time, maybe, Libra. A need for balance and adaptability in your life. We've got the Ten of Swords coming through as well. It does represent a painful ending, more air energy, which of course is your very own vibration, Libra. And perhaps you've already experienced that ending and it hurt you like hell. And part of feeling trapped might be self-inflicted as well for some of you, especially if somebody really hurt you and broke your heart. Could be your twin flame, somebody that you saw yourself building a life with and something happened and brought you guys into separation and the relationship ended. Part of that Ten of Swords is feeling defeated, feeling such intense loss. Perhaps you pictured a life with this person, Libra, and it ended up not coming to fruition at that time. And so in a way, I feel for some of you guys, you may have trapped yourself into this mentality that you're done, that you're never going to find love again, and that's the end of the road for you, and you just want to be alone. And it's okay to be alone, to heal and to recover from something difficult like that. But the Fool is wanting you to take a risk, welcome in a fresh start in your life, because there's a whole lot more adventures and a whole lot more life to live. Even though you may have experienced a Ten of Swords moment in your life, Libra, you're resilient and you're strong and you will make it past that. This is not going to break you. Part of that metamorphosis and reinvention that's coming through here is for those of you who are taking the time to work on yourselves, to create change, to create healing, to recover from something devastating and painful. And for some of you guys, that has something to do with these addictions that this Bound card, which again is the Devil card for me in traditional tarot. That's a part of your Nine of Wands, those trials and tribulations that are being represented there. But look at this. You've got the Six of Wands coming next. I mean, do you see what it says on the bottom? Success and recognition. You are going to make it on top. You're going to come out on top of this. You're going to make it through the challenges. You're going to make it through the obstacles. Libra. Six of Wands. Fire. Again. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Sagittarius right there. So quite a few references to the signs that we already pulled for this reading. So it's coming through for a reason for some of you guys. You know, I just noticed, look at the two images from these cards. This is success. This is freedom. This is not stagnant energy. This is not somebody who is feeling trapped or bound to anything or anyone. This is somebody who is free-spirited, who can go about their life and find happiness. The self-confidence that comes from the Six of Wands, Libra, is something I feel for some of you, this is something that you need to restore, to believe in yourself once again. You can have that. We've got the Hierophant coming through as well. Spiritual advisement. Going back to this Ten of Cups, contentment and joy. If you look at that photo, that's an engagement ring right there. I do feel for some of you, part of what the future has in store for you, Libra, is the ultimate fulfillment and happiness, especially in regard to your love life. I feel for some of you, your twin flame will be able to commit to you so that you guys can build a life together and actually be happy. Find happiness, true happiness. We've got the Nine of Pentacles coming through as well. This card reads independence, more earth energy. And it's interesting how the Nine of Pentacles is all about gratitude. And that's what we started off with. Being grateful for what you have and not taking for granted the things that you are surrounded by. You know, sometimes we forget to focus on what we actually have in our lives already. We forget about that. But this is a reminder for you, Libra, to be very grateful for what's already in your life. The people that love you, the life that you have, all the blessings that you're surrounded by, that you might forget all the little things that you have in your life when you're trying to see things from this grand, huge view of the world and what it is that you're wanting to manifest by way of these big dreams. You know, don't forget about the little dreams that you have been able to manifest, because that's a part of your journey as well. Look at this. You've got the Ace of Wands. There's still a spark there between you and this person that you are thinking about for this reading. They inspire you. The love is still there. You could certainly have a new beginning, a fresh start with this person. And I feel this person, Libra, is somebody that you still desire to have in your life. And for those of you resonating with that, I'm not referring to those that are tied down to a person that's making you feel trapped. I'm talking about those of you who know that you are in this bond with somebody that you're in separation from, more than likely a twin flame, and you know that they're a good person. And given some time, you guys will be able to find your way back to each other. The spark is still there, guys, regardless of the distance and separation. And here we are with the star. Universal alignment. Beautiful. That is Aquarius energy, but it could also tie into the other air signs, which of course is a part of your vibration, Libra. So here's hope right here. Hope, faith, optimism, peace. Peace can be restored in your life. If there is an aspect of your life, Libra, that needs healing, the star brings it to you. It could be representative of a guardian angel that you have here on earth, or a guardian angel that you have up in heaven. If you've had a loved one that has passed on, perhaps they're watching out for you. This is tied into your aspirations, your big dreams, certainly. Success, enlightenment, a wish come true. What is it that you're wishing for? What is it that you want to manifest for yourself? You can have it. If a situation looks like it's not going to happen because it just looks impossible, you'll know with the Star card, it's not. It's not impossible. You can make it happen. Your goals, your desires, your dreams, whatever it is that you're focused on, reach for the stars. You can make it happen. You can have it. You just got to focus on your faith in believing that what it is that you want to manifest, you can have it. Focus on your future. Focus on what could be. Write it all down if you have to, so that it does turn into a concrete idea. That's a part of that Page of Pentacles energy. In regard to love and romance, the Star is all about a strong love bond between two people. And I feel for those resonating with a twin flame bond especially, this is what you're looking for, the ultimate happiness with this individual. And I feel some of you will be able to manifest this. We've got the Ten of Cups right there. Contentment and joy with your person. I really feel here, Libra, that at the end of the day, you'll be okay. Things are going to work out better than you could have ever thought. You've got some nice cards blessing you here. You've had some rough patches, no doubt about it. You don't have to feel trapped by anyone or anything. You can set yourself free. Take that leap of faith. Create those changes. Paint a better future for yourself. All right, let's add to this with some romance angels for you, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra at this time. What else do we need to know for this bonus reading? Attraction. I'm not surprised. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. There is this mutual attraction between you and this person, Libra, that you have in mind. For this reading, it's somebody that you want in your life, somebody that you want commitment with. And if you guys can actually break free from this crossroads and come together and be able to meet each other in the middle, I feel you can achieve this contentment and joy that's represented by that Ten of Cups. For some of you, there are red flags that need to be addressed. It's cautioning you so that you can address it and deal with it and heal from it and move on from it. You know, you can't sweep it under the rug. It has to be dealt with. And that's contributing to some of you guys feeling trapped, feeling bound. You know, so don't forget to deal with the real issues at hand here, because that's going to continue to fester like an old wound if you don't deal with it. Express your love coming through as well. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. For my divine masculines, especially, who are thinking about finally expressing what's in your heart for your divine feminine, I really feel that's what's going to create movement and get you guys out of this crossroads. So for my divine masculines, especially, who are coming through currently as unawakened, give it some time. And I feel with the metamorphosis being represented here, okay, and the reinvention. You know, I feel somebody's working on themselves. They know what it is that they need to do. So give it some time, Libra. I do feel you will eventually hear what it is that you need to hear from your person. Perhaps you've been wondering, you know, do they even care for me? Do they even love me? I feel that they do, but they just need time to be able to express that. We do have the Codependency card coming through next, and that's very much tied into this Bound card, which is the Devil card in Tarot. Addictions. And as this card reads, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So that's a second reference to addictions here, Libra. So it could either be you, it could either be the person that you are thinking about for this reading that needs to be addressed. Calling in your soulmate. Someone's calling you in, Libra, and or you're calling them in. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. They still want you, you still want them. And I feel it's just a matter of time for you guys to be able to manifest this connection. We do have let go of control issues coming through next. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And that's so important. Because you can't force them to come back to you. They can't force you to come back to them. You can't force this person to express their love to you. They have to do it when they're ready. You know, and right now, we have a divine masculine who's not ready. So it's understandable if some of my divine feminines are just wanting to be alone right now. We do have playfulness coming through. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And I feel that's what needs to be restored here between the two of you. Because there was a time, Libra, when you guys would connect and you guys were just full of laughter and a lot of fun to be with. And I feel you miss that. They miss that as well. The new year might actually bring you guys opportunities to figure out a way to come back together and work through those challenges in your life, because clearly there's an attraction here. The spark is still there between the two of you, still coming through. All right, let's add some messages of love to this reading, because I feel, Libra, either you want to say something to your person or they want to say something to you. Let's take a look and see what the messages are from this deck. This is the Messages of Love Oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. Let's take a look and see who needs to say what to whom. I'll go ahead and grab a few and take from this whatever resonates with you, or whichever message you are guided to accept. What do we have? Denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. Okay, so somebody is coming forward with denial here. And somebody needs to be able to face the truth. That's coming through for some of you guys. We've got support coming through as well. Lean on your inner circle during this time. Your friends, your family, those who have your back, those you know that you can trust. Especially if you're going through some challenges, or even those who are dealing with addiction, since it did come through here twice. That support system is crucial towards your success. Integrity coming through as well. Does this situation align with your values and morals? And if it doesn't, then that's a red flag for you, Libra. Okay, that's coming through here. Red flags need to be addressed. And look at this. We're back to our twin flame connection. This is a divine counterpart connection, and I pretty much already tapped into that with that mirroring energy. So this is extra confirmation for some of you that you will reconnect with your twin flame. They just need a little bit more time. And look at this bottom card. It does say wait. The timing is not quite right. Oh my God, and I can't believe the next card after that. Look at this. A third reference, really? Addiction. An addiction is affecting this relationship. That's the third time. That is not an accident, guys. That needed to come through. Oh my. Okay. So let's close this out, Libra, with some healing messages. It's definitely needed in this situation. 3 times an addiction is coming through. Somebody's dealing with that. And it could certainly be that person, whether it is you, Libra, or the person that you're focused on for this reading, who is dealing with addictions, and perhaps that's what's causing them to feel trapped and bound in their life because they can't seem to break free from it. Okay. Some final thoughts. There we are. Oh, I love that, guys. I love that. Look at these cards. Holy crap. Okay. Emerging. This is somebody who has worked on themselves or are in the process of working on themselves. And I pray to God, those of you guys dealing with addictions, that's a part of this reinvention and metamorphosis, that you are working on yourself to break free from your addictions, because a part of the energy of this emerging card is that you're going to emerge as the best version of yourself, working on yourself, your challenges, your obstacles, so that you can overcome them. Oh my gosh. Archangel Michael is here blessing this reading. Pray to Archangel Michael for those extra blessings, because I feel some of you guys really needed it. Okay, we've got celebrations coming through as well. We are in the holiday season. There's so much to celebrate for you, Libra. Definitely represented here. Look at this. Here we are again with support. These cards are coming through loud and clear. You have a great support system in your life, Libra. Or you might be part of that support system for this person, especially whoever is dealing with these addictions. This is a very specific message coming through, but when it's coming through this loud and clear, we have to pay attention to that. Those of you who don't resonate with that twin flame connection, look at this. We've got soulmate coming through now. Accept that for how it is. Wow. And then we've got abundance coming through. Abundance comes in many forms, Libra. Whether, of course, it could be tied into money matters, your finances, but abundance comes in healing, our health, our family, our love life, love connections, family connections. However way these blessings come in the form of abundance. And I feel it all comes full circle with gratefulness. Being grateful for the abundance that you have already, whether you recognize that at this time or not. And being grateful for the abundance that you will be blessed with moving towards the new year. Oh my gosh, guys. So that's where I'm going to leave this reading. There are definitely challenges that some of you have to overcome. And in regard to your person, possibly they have a lot that they're dealing with right now. Those who are dealing with addictions, that can be very difficult, and it's a very difficult road ahead. But I do feel surround yourself with the people that love you, your friends, your family, and you can climb out of that darkness and emerge truly as the best version of who you are meant to be. So that's where I'm going to leave this, Libra. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, please access that information down below in the description box. and I do intend on posting a whole lot more content and readings in the new year, so definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so very much for all of the love and support that you've shown me this year. I appreciate it so, so much. And I'll be back real soon with more readings. Take care, guys, and happy holidays. Bye-bye.